Hey, what's up, YouTube? This your boy Rubber Band Trades. I'm back again with another trade recap for April 10th, 2026. All right, y'all, it's Friday, so we wanted to come in today, hit our setup, not overstay our welcome, and pretty much finish the week strong, man. We've been having a pretty good week. We did not get a trade recap for yesterday because my recording software did not record the trading day. I literally had it set up to record, but I think my computer ran out of some memory, so it didn't record. But yesterday we had a decent trading day, and today was pretty much the same. So coming into today, I noticed that one, the daily candle was opening a little bit higher above previous day high. So I was looking for a possible continuation. I had levels to the upside. I had the previous month highs, and I had some relative equal highs up around, what's that, 25 436. So that was my bullish target on the day. It was again around those equal highs and possibly up to the previous month high. So when we opened up above the 15-minute ORG, I was even more just like, okay, it seems like we could possibly get these longs up to those highs. So right now, I'm just waiting for a potential pullback, a potential, liquidity sweep of some sort. I was even willing for price to come down below the ORG, sweep out London low, and possibly give us a nice bullish structure move to the upside. But however, I was just ready to take, whatever setup occurred, as long as it, aligned with my pre-market plan. I did have. Oh, so I was looking at news right there, just checking the news, double checking. I believe we had news at 10. It was some orange for the news at 10, so we was just double checking that. But I did have some levels to the downside to trade to, in case we did want to, get heavy below the ORG, below previous day high, and below London low. So there was a 1 hour fair value gap with the midpoint around 25 120. So again, if we got pretty heavy around previous day high, I was willing to take a short down to that 1 hour fair value gap. So right here, you got price attempting to make a move higher. So again, this is giving me further indication that we can go make a bullish move to the previous month highs. However, price was, quickly stalling out around in this area. So obviously, we wanted to wait for some type of liquidity sweep and displacement. So right here, price is rejecting the 830 open and it's coming back down, catching a quick bounce at the midnight open, bouncing right back up to the 830 open. So this morning, the market was pretty choppy. Not even gonna lie to you. Um, this is the first Friday I've seen be this choppy in a while. Maybe my memory is not that good, but from what I can remember, I believe this might be the choppiest Friday we've seen in a minute. Um, so yeah, I definitely just wanted to stay patient and again just wait for my A plus setup. So that's all we doing here. We just again monitoring how 830 open is preventing price from making that bullish move higher, and it seems like midnight open is preventing us from just crashing lower. So that ORG is holding up pretty well. The 15-minute was green. Sorry, the 15-minute candle close was green. So yeah, again, even though we're just not getting that setup just yet, we're still waiting for the trigger to occur. And until then, we're just hanging out. You know, I'm actually logging in my journal about this time, just how 8:30 open is preventing us from going higher, midnight open prevent us from going lower, and then you got the 10 o'clock open. So the 10 o'clock open gives us some small displacement lower. So we get this displacement through the midnight open, but then it started to bounce a little bit. So again, man, this is just showing us that this market was not moving efficiently this morning. So you got this 5 minute candle right here trying to give us a 5 minute bearish market structure shift. And so again, man, I'm just staying patient, waiting for this setup to happen. So right there, we did get the 5 minute market structure shift. So right here, I'm drawing out my standard fib, standard deviation fib, and you know this is the projection tool I like to use to mark out potential targets and reversal zones. So from this standard deviation tool, from the 5 minute, I do see that we could get a move down to London lows. So that's right next to my one standard deviation, which is where I like to take majority of my position off. So this could have been a solid short setup. However, we just were not getting the displacement through previous day high, and because of that, I did not take this trade, guys. Like it looked like it wanted to set up, and the targets would have been in clear view. So I definitely want to like pat myself on the back for not FOMOing into this particular setup, and being that previous day high was right there, and we weren't displacing through previous day high. I just did not take this short, and again, I'm pretty excited I didn't do that because maybe this time last year, I probably would have FOMO'd into that short right there, and clearly I would have got stopped out right here. So right here, we're getting a nice bounce off a previous day high. We're getting some strong displacement um, on the 2 minute and the 3 minute. We created a bullish imbalance to the upside back above the 10 a.m. open. So right here, I'm actually seeing this can be a valid long setup. So I actually entered right here. Again, that was a 2 minute displacement above the 10 a.m. open with a bullish FEG. Um, so I took, and it looks like I had a 1 minute market structure shift right there. So this was a solid setup for me. Again, I was aiming for those monthly highs up there. So that's why I put my final TP, and I put for some contracts that go off right at the New York session highs. So that's what I did right there. So as you can see, this trade, um, was showing me some good signs right off my entry. So I really liked my entry on this trade. I really liked my stop loss placement. So I was fully prepared to see this trade through. And right here we in a little bit of drawdown, but it didn't last. Again, it just looked like this was a great setup. It just did not give it to us on the 5. So we were entering off the 2. And you can see over there I had my blue trend line just kind of mapping out where that high was and how we got a break of this trend line. So this technically could be a bull flag break. Um, if it was a little bit more stronger, it would probably look a whole lot better. But I would say this is like a, I don't know, maybe like a C plus setup. But we took it again. We were expecting CPI to give us a nice range day to the upside. So that's why I opted to take this particular trade. So right here, I moved my stop loss to break even once we started breaking above those highs to the left right there, and we had put in like a 1 minute displacement. We put in a 1 minute displacement, and then I had kind of drew the potential path that I wanted to see from this trade up to those previous month highs. So yeah. So right now I'm literally just chilling, man. I'm just waiting for some volume, some momentum to come in to carry this trade forward. And right along in here, it looked like we were getting a nice push out of that 1 minute imbalance. So I was really liking this trade right here. Um, so right here, I adjusted my sell limits. I had two sell limits to go off right there, the New York session high. So I just had two go off right there. Then I moved my stop into profit a little bit. And yeah, man, right now this is a stress-free trade. And I'm then set a sell limit kind of about the midpoint from where we were up into my final target, just because again I did want to continue to pay myself throughout this trade. And right along in here, I'm just marking in my journal what I took, what I'm pretty much seeing from the market at this time. And yeah, man, like right now, right now, I'm pretty confident in this setup. But then we started just pulling back into this 2 minute FVG, and we just started getting really heavy right here. So, you know, ultimately this trade did not run the full TP. You'll see here in a second, but I ended up getting stopped out in profit. So I only made about, from the thumbnails you can see, I only made about $400 today. But it's a Friday. We remain green on the day. We finished the week strong. Had a nice green week on the fundeds. Yeah, man. So we're actually eligible for payout on one of the fundeds, well, both of the fundeds, but we're probably not gonna take a payout this week. I'm not sure. I'll decide that later, but I might just wait the next week. But yeah, man, let's hope that we get some better price action next week, so we can keep running it up. And yeah, so that was my final contracts getting stopped out there. And again, man, if you like the video, like the video. If you like the education you're getting from these videos, please hit the subscribe. And yeah, man, we gonna be back at y'all next week with more videos. I appreciate y'all. Peace.